A town is full of buildings, some tall, some short, some wide, and some narrow. The buildings are flats and houses and factories and shops. They're built in streets. The streets have cars and buses and lorries driving along them. The cars and buses and the streets are full of people. In fact, there are a lot of people in a town. Do you live in a town? Mary, Mungo, and Midge live in this town. They live with Mary's mother and father in this tall block of flats. They live right at the top. There are 8 flats built on top of each other. Mary, Mungo, and Midge live in the flat with the flowers growing in the window box. There's Mary, there's Mungo, and there's Midge. Mary, Mungo, and Midge have a large, sunny room to play in. A room full of games, picture books, and toys. Mary is busy cutting out a picture at the moment. She has cornflakes for breakfast every morning. And when she has finished the whole packet, she saves it, because there's a picture on the back to cut out. Each packet has a different picture of a machine that can fly. Mungo is very interested. But where is Midge?
Hello. Lovely crumbs in this packet.
I thought you were very quiet, Midge. But you must get out of the packet because Mary wants to cut out the picture.
And I don't want to cut off your tail as well, by mistake.
Midge likes music even more than he likes eating cornflake crumbs. He likes music so much that he's learnt to play a flute. But he can still only play one tune. He's ready to start.
So people have really flown in things like these?
What things?
A long, long time ago, before there were any aeroplanes, there were balloons, like this, that took people for a ride in the sky.
The people stood in the basket underneath, and the balloon took them up into the air. It floated across and then landed.
What's that?
That's called an airship. Airships were used a long time ago. They had propellers to drive them along, and some of them could carry quite a lot of people.
And this is the sort of aeroplane that was used many years ago. Look, you can see the pilot sitting there. And the plane had 2 wings, one on top of the other.
I would rather have a ride in the balloon. It looks nice and round and fat, rather like Mungo.
Now, boys. I'd like to go in a jet. Look.
No, it's that helicopter for me.
But they didn't have a balloon or any sort of aeroplane. Mary did have a kite, though, and her father was going to take them to the park to fly it.
Hurry up and get ready, Mary.
As they live in a flat right at the top of the building, they go down to the street by lift. They have a special way of doing it.
I'll meet you in the park, boys.
must remember to make sure the lift door is shut.
But as usual, Midge was in too much of a hurry. He was running through the grass and the flowers on his way to the park. By the time Mungo caught up with Midge, he was already in the park, watching a man selling balloons.
Balloons, 6pence each. Red balloons, blue balloons, yellow balloons, green balloons, any colour, 6pence each.
If I had a balloon, I could have a ride in the sky.
No, you couldn't. These are only toy balloons, and anyway, there's no basket underneath for you to get into.
Mary soon arrived with her kite. Her father told her to hold tightly onto the string and run. Then the wind would lift the kite into the sky. Mungo and Midge watched her. At last the wind stopped blowing and the kite fell to the ground. While Mary was picking up the kite, Midge watched some other kites flying around. There was a yellow and red kite with a long tail, and a blue kite with a pink flower on it and another long tail, and a green kite. Midge thought it looked a bit like a bird. He looked at the birds. One of them was flying rather like a kite. Another bird flapped its wings as it flew. Midge wondered what it was like up there in the sky. He wondered what it felt like to fly in the air with the wind all around him. And he wondered what he would be able to see up there. The bird settled on a tree and looked down at Midge. Midge looked up at the bird. Yes, he wanted to fly. If the birds could fly, Midge could see no reason why he couldn't either. The bird seemed to be laughing at Midge because Midge was flapping his arms as though they were wings.
That silly mouse is trying to fly.
He's going to try to fly off your nose, Mungo.
People, mice and dogs can't fly. Don't try, Midge. Midge, don't. You'll hurt yourself. Ow! Well, I did tell you not to try. Are you all right?
It hurts. I won't try to be a bird again, Mungo.
They watched Mary fly her kite again. They watched the other kites. They watched the aeroplanes high up in the sky. And they watched the birds flying. And Midge still wanted to fly. But now he knew he couldn't fly by himself. Then he saw something that gave him an idea. A balloon. It was one of the balloons the man had been selling in the park. The wind must have blown it away. If Midge held onto the string, perhaps the balloon would give him a ride. No one was watching. Mary and Mungo were much too busy. Midge held onto the string of the balloon, and then he felt himself going up and up and up and up. He looked down, and he saw Mary and Mungo getting further and further away. flew past Mary's kite, past some birds, and over some trees. Midge felt very pleased with himself. He was just thinking what fun he would have telling Mary and Mungo all about it when it happened. The balloon burst. Midge dropped down out of the sky and landed in a bird's nest full of baby birds.
Good morning, birds. I'm Midge, the famous flying mouse. I just dropped in to see how you were getting on.
But the birds only chirped louder. Then Midge looked up and saw that the mother bird had arrived. She looked rather cross with Midge.
Yes, well, now I think I'd better be going. Goodbye, birds.
Midge ran away along a branch. Careful now. Watch your step. Oops. Now what are you going to do, Midge?
It's time to go home, Mungo. Where's Midge?
Up in that tree. Silly mouse. I think he's stuck. I don't think he can get down. And I can't climb trees.
But I can. Hold on, Midge. I'll climb up and get you down.
But Midge was getting very tired of hanging onto the branch, and Mungo was getting anxious. Hurry up, Mary. Midge is going to fall in a minute. Well done, Mary. You got there just in time.
That was lucky, Midge. If you'd fallen from a high tree like that, you really would have hurt yourself.
How did you get up there, Midge?
Well, Mary, look, there's the man with the balloons.
Midge was saved. Mary's father bought her a balloon, and Mungo carried it home for her. He knew he was too big and heavy for the balloon to give him a ride up in the sky. And Midge? Well, Midge had another look at the kites, and another look at the aeroplanes. But he just wasn't interested anymore in being able to fly. It was much safer having a ride home on Mungo's back